Shout out to all my broke people. For the very low cost of a thumbs up, comment, and a subscription, you can save the life of a YouTuber. Anyway, we got Mashle chapter, what chapter is it? 76. Last time, dude sick the goons on Mashle. Mashle was able to bypass the goon, so now he got to confront him himself. Now this dude think he's that dude. He's like, yo, yo. Them big baddies everybody was scared of. I dropped 6 of them. I dropped 6 of them. So you ain't nothing to me. I'm about to drop you because I'm a discriminator. Because he hating because Mashle doesn't have powers. So he's a magist or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. He's prejudiced against people who have no magic. He's a magist or something like that. Okay, or a magist or something. 3 minutes. That's all it would take to dust you off. He was serious too. He went like to pull his glasses up. He said 3 minutes. That's all it would take to dust you. My man Mashle about to drop him. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So it looks like he had some type of sand power. It was like big, like, or he could dry things up and turn it into sand or something. Anyway, he made a hole appear right under Mashle. Mashle was able to jump right in the nick of time. Okay, anyway, that's a big hole. This manga's not for kids. They talking about big holes and stuff like that. Okay, the strength of Orta Maddie or whatever, Orta sand magic lies in the versatility of sand itself. It's got my leg. Sand that has been compacted down to a high density. Look, this how they do in Mashle. Everybody got these tiny legs. Their legs are literally like sticks. I mean, like this. And their feet are freaking huge. They all have big, giant stomping feet. So anyway, he pulled his feet out and he's missing his shoe. Sand that has been compacted down to a high density. It's free now. So he was able to pull his feet out. Okay. Oh, wait. Sand that has been compacted to a high density can cut even steel. Yikes. He's sending plumes after this guy. It can shatter rocks. The dude basically, he's talking crap. Mash, he's barely dodging this stuff, dodging by little inches. Furthermore, it's flexibility. My name's actually Gara. Furthermore, its flexibility means it's unpredictable. Its unpredictability is boundless. I imagine that's how the guy's talking. That makes it impossible to dodge. So he sent a jet of sand coming at him, right? And off that stream, 2 more came at him. It branched off like a tree. Branched off and tried to get Mash. Mash about to do something. He about to do something nice. I can't wait till he do it. However, Mash's physique makes the impossible possible. His muscle fibers have been compressed to a high density. That's actually terrible. That's bad. He tells his muscle fibers compressed. That's a cramp. That's what that means. That means you got a cramp. That means your whole body's hurt. You're like, I seen this guy. He was a bodybuilder and he had like a little competition. And they doing that, they posing and stuff like that, showing off their muscles, their striations, their nipples, their butt cheeks. They showing all that stuff off, right? People admiring their bodies, right? So anyway, in the back of the stage, right? Before he comes out, his muscles are compressed. And he keeps doing it. He was cramping up. Like you see his side, like the muscle on his side was doing like the tick, tick, tick. And as it was doing it, he was like, He kept doing like that, right? And he was walking around. It was killing him. He kept stretching. He's like, He kept doing And then he had a blow dry, right? You know, like that you use for your hair. And he's blow drying his body. Like whatever part is like whatever part of his body is like cramped up, he's drying it. He's like, ah. And he kept walking around and walking around. He kept walking around, and you'll see like different parts of his body start to like cramp up, and he'll stretch it. Like you see like his arm like started like cramp. His and then his foot started cramping. You seen his toes start doing like this. It was twitching like this. So he grabbed his toes and pulled them up. He said, ah. That was funny as hell. It wasn't fun from him, but I was laughing. Oh my God, he brought me so much joy. He was like he was getting whooped. And you could literally see the muscles doing like this, like flinching and stuff. Okay, anyway. Okay, act like a tightly. Okay, wait, hold on. This makes no sense, but this is it's a manga. It's not supposed to make sense. Okay, his muscle fibers, which have been compressed to a high density, act like a tightly wound steel spring, capable of unleashing immense explosive force. So he threw a punch, boom, sand exploded. Muscle strength is essentially a measurement of force. For example, someone has a lateral pull of 440 kilograms. Their punch will have approximately 2 to 5 tons of force. Boom! When he threw that punch, the air from his fist just blew the sand away. Mash felt confident his muscles had surpassed the power of magic before. And this time, too, muscles would have beaten magic. Would have. That is, if he wasn't fighting Orta. Orta's going to beat him? So, what's it called? Mash goes at him for the kick. Right before the kick, he brings up a wall of sand to block him. Okay, let's see. You're an anomaly. Removing you from society benefits the majority. Ah! He said you're an anomaly. People without magic shouldn't be able to do stuff like this. But being that you do, we don't need people like you walking around taking over and whatnot and you know what I'm saying, messing it up. He's right. Orta's actually right in terms of having an anomaly like him. He said, yo, you got one guy like this dude's actually a gangster. He acknowledges MASH. But if he's looking at it like, yo, we let people like you make it, they're going to start letting everybody, all the other suckers in. Or what if more people like you start to exist? We gotta take care of you. He said, I'm about to put you to bed. So anyway, you have been acknowledged at school, but don't expect the same from the world. Discrimination is just a means of survival of the fittest. I only acknowledge the Benjamins. Super savage spirit. You got a good that's pretty good. Yes, I only acknowledge this. I acknowledge this. That's what I acknowledge. I don't acknowledge cramps. So anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, you're on the wrong side of history. Asking for the majority to turn a blind eye. He said, you're telling us not to discriminate against you. No, we can't do it. He said, you're making my anus clench too much for me to ignore you. All right, let's see. Take that dwarf there. He's classified as a servant because he exists to make our lives easier. Yo, he got a slave and he's just talking crap about him. He's like, he exists to make my life better. So this dude is, oh man, he's old time slave master. Oh man, he beating on his slave for no reason. But when a servant beast can't fulfill its duty, it needs to be punished in accordance to the rules. Yo, he beating up. Oh man, he a piece of garbage. Mash burned dead. For every attack you dodged, he said, for every attack you dodged, this dwarf will suffer in your place. Yo, he fighting dirty. Orta's a piece of crap. I can't wait for Mash to stomp him. I want Mash to hit him in the throat You know what I'm saying? And crush that trachea. That's what I want. This is but an example of how your foolishness, how your foolish words and actions affect others. You need to understand. No, it's not my words, it's you. You doing it. You need to understand that your existence brings about a net loss. You need to understand you're not supposed to exist. Okay, understand? If you were me and I was ordered to fight, I wouldn't have to hurt. I wouldn't have to hurt you. But hold on. If you were me and I was ordered to fight, I wouldn't have to hurt you. I will be fine. Yo, what you call him? The servant beast, the one that's getting beat up. He said, "Yo, Mash, go ahead, take it to him. I'm hold out, please. You take it to him. Beat him for me. Beat him for me. Beat him. Beat him. Beat him." Ah! He said, "This is crazy." I actually want Order. To be honest, I actually like Order. I kind of do. I like Order, but I want him beat. I want him beat. I do want him beat. I actually do like him, but I want him beat too. It's both. It's a love-hate relationship. Look what he's doing to this little poor little beast right here. Just doing, I mean, he's just doing him dirty. Mash got to take care of this dude. Okay, now then. He sends a spike at Mash. You decided not to dodge. He blocked it. He didn't dodge. The reason he didn't dodge is because if he would have dodged, Orta would have did something. He would have sent some sand up the butt of this beast or something like that. Mash, you must not. Master Orta intends to kill you. He begging for his life. He said he's actually going to kill you. Okay. I've grasped the magnitude of his strength from that contact just now. When he made contact with him, he knows how strong. He's like, yo, I see how strong. I see what you're working with now. I see what you're working with. I see you hung low. You hung like a horse. You're at least 16 inches. I can see that now. I simply need to increase the sand's speed and weight. He's only human. Strong as he may seem, flesh is still flesh. So anyway, he blasts him with some sand, and there's just a shoe sitting there. I think Mash might have drove underground like he did last time. But he hid out somewhere. The shoe disappeared. His clothes are sitting there. So they like, yo, he just killed them. So the servant beast is like, Mash, oh my God. Oh my God. He killed Mash. Also, he doesn't have magic, so Orta won't be able to sense him. Okay, what's going on? I want my vision back. What's happening, y'all, yet again? What's happening, y'all, yet again? Yeah, we back at it, doing what we normally do. This doesn't feel right. Something's off. There's his shoe and some blood, but that's it. Special art body substitution jutsu. We in Naruto now. Substitution jutsu. That should have done it though. He thought that he had enough to kill him, but it wasn't. Oh, I saw something I feel I shouldn't have. Just they always got somebody to see it. The only reason he saw it is in order for us to see it. That's the reason why. Just as Master Orta unleashed his last attack, Mash utilizing an impossible degree of instantaneous force. He jumped out of his damn clothes. What? He disrobed himself at superhuman speed. He jumped out of his damn clothes, and I mean like that with super speed. The poor robe didn't even feel it happening, which is maybe why it was still in human form. He said the clothes was standing still, like in the same position that he was in. The position he was in, his clothes were still in that position when he jumped out the suit. Yo, it's standing. He said the poor robe didn't even feel it. Okay, which is why it was still in human form. But wait, impossible. Did you really think I'd play along with? So he's coming with that foot. He's right over top of Orta. He's getting ready to clobber this dude. That foot getting ready to come down. Such unfair rules. He said, did you really think that I would play along with such unfair rules? Boom! That kick annihilated this. He damn near killed him. He damn near killed Orta. He damn near killed him. Orta did use some sand to block it, but nah, they ain't that. Nah, he's done. He broke his damn neck. His neck, his chin is inside of his chest. Boom. You know how your chin hits your chest? But his face, he's looking at his chest. Like looking directly at it. He just bashed his brains in. He's done. He's done. Mash got another one. Mash got another one. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see. That non-stop action and that crazy zaniness. His clothes were still standing in the same form. He took the clothes off so fast, which actually doesn't make sense because if you take them off fast, right, you still have to move stuff. You got to take the sleeve, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You can't just hop out the clothes. You know what I mean? Well, actually, you can. It still wouldn't stay in that form. Like his clothes sitting like this, bent. You could have your arm sleeve straight and you pull so fast that it sits straight like this, but not like this. But it's a manga. That's the whole thing. But it's funny. That definitely was funny. Orta, I actually like Orta. I actually do like him. I do want to see him get beat, but I actually do like him. You know what I mean? I'm a racist. It is what it is. And I'm just going to die like that. Cool. I'm cool with it. And he just gangster. You know what I mean? So I like him in the sense that he's who he is. He's very abrasive. He's different from a lot of other people. He actually can back up what he says. You know what I mean? And he's got some cool powers. So that was interesting. Him sending the beast at him, that was interesting. You know, but he's supposed to be on the side of good. But this dude's, I mean, like it don't matter if he's evil as long as he gets rid of people that don't have powers. Like that's how bad he is. He sort of reminds me of an exaggerated Magneto. And I like Magneto. I like Magneto better than Professor X. Although I think they take it too far with Magneto. But yeah, he's a cool character. So he kind of reminds me of him. But in reverse, the evil version. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me check the comments. I just realized that this is another Harry Potter plot line with Dobby. I have no clue what that is. I didn't see all the Harry Potters. I seen the first two, and that's it. I think I only seen the first two. That's the only ones I seen. So I'm not 100% familiar. I know who Harry Potter is, but I'm not that familiar with it. I don't know who Dobby is. So yeah. But yeah, this is basically like Harry Potter. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. Check the links in the description box. Peace.